Very good. Very good. The question of when you schedule a defense. I won't schedule a defense, and most of us feel this way. We won't schedule a defense, allow you to schedule a defense, unless we know you're going to pass. Okay? Now, I won't say this is 100% the case, and I won't say that it's in all fields. I have known PhD candidates who have flunked their oral exams. We won't say much about them, right? One of them was my wife. But what that means is that she had to take it over again, right? So it's not the end of the world. You don't jump off the bridge, right? You don't get drastic with any, nasties, right? You just simply have to do it over again. Yeah.
But then how do you reflunk one if you've written the whole thing about it and...
You generally get in an argument. Yeah. Yeah. And I have come in as the savior of certain students in certain respects, because what happens is if worst comes to worst, and you have an argument with your advisor, right? Say I'm your advisor and we get into a real tussle, right? And you say, I don't want Tomlan anymore, right? I want to get rid of Tomlan, right? And I want to get Oliver, right? I'm going to sign up Oliver, right? Well, of course, the problem that is that it'll take you time to do that because there's administrative procedures, so you can't do it instantly. You can't get rid of me that fast, right? And the other side of the question, you have to convince Oliver that in fact you are worthy of his attention, right? So whether you give gifts or you have to somehow or another, there's supplication involved, right? And that is an object of some negotiation. It takes time. So generally speaking, you don't want to get into arguments. In fact, you don't want to get into arguments either, quite frankly. If you've done your work up to that point, generally speaking, people are willing within the space of an hour and a half or 2 hours to have that defense, and you're done. Okay? So it's not an arduous thing. It's not something that is an all day. You don't have to fast or abstain, right? There are no, and gifts are not, I'll emphasize this, we don't require gifts at the exam, or food at exams, right?
Maybe it's time to stop the video for a second.
Sure.